Okay, guess we're live. Yep, we are live. So we are live and it's Tuesday class. It is Tuesday. It's 2 p.m. And if you are here, please do let me know that you are here. All right, say hello, say hi. All right, Ngozika Oji, I see you on YouTube. I can see the YouTube people buzzing, coming on. Tag someone. This is going to be a hot class. Trust me. Yes. All right. So it is Tuesday and it is TIP Tuesday, 2 p.m. live. And if you're just joining me, please let me see your comment in the comment section. If this is the first time that you are ever joining us on a Tuesday live, let's see your comment in the comment section saying first time hanging out with you or first time live with you. All right. Please let me see your comment. If you can hear me, let me see your comment that says that you can hear me. All right. If you are on Facebook, our community on Facebook, we're streaming live both on our YouTube community and on our Facebook community. And if you are live on either of the platforms, please let's see you say that you can hear me, you can see me, so that we will know that we can proceed. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. I don't know if I can see our community, Facebook. I don't know if I can see anyone commenting yet. Let me see. Okay, Ngozi, because I can hear you clearly. Awesome. Please, if you can hear me, help us say that you can hear us. First time hanging out with you. All right, great. I can see the Facebook community buzzing. Yep. First time on Tuesday live. I can hear you loud and clear. You are welcome, Mary. And it is really, really good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining me on Tuesday live. All right. Thank you. Christy said I had to set alarm for Tuesdays, 2 p.m. so I don't forget. Who else said salam? All right. Thank you so much. My name is Wendy Ologe and I'm the founder of the Intentional Parent Academy. The Intentional Parent Academy is that place that you come to learn how to parent. Yes, a lot of people don't like to hear that. But hey, that is what the Intentional Parent does for you. Oh yes, Uju is saying it's a natural Tuesday. Yes, this is just me, and you today. All right, so share the link if you are on YouTube to someone who needs to be here. And if you are on Facebook, invite that friend, tag them, because it's a closed group. So you will not be able to share the links on our Facebook community. But if you're watching us on YouTube, then of course you can share the link to your friends and family. Today we're looking at an interesting, conversation. You do not want to miss it. You want to be here to the end of this conversation. Trust me, this conversation is going to be hot, steaming hot. All right. So the topic today says, help, my child isn't learning. Help, my child isn't learning. Is there anyone here, who is screaming, oh, help, my child isn't learning? All right, if you're just joining me, I can see that we have much more people coming in here. All right, if you're just joining me, please put in the comment section, tell me a hi, tell me where you're streaming live from. I am streaming live from the capital city of Nigeria, Abuja. And if you're streaming live for the first time, just tell me and say first time hanging out with you. It's actually one of those good days I am excited about today, particularly. I don't know why. Oh, well, too many things anyway. All right, Omolola, I see you all over. I see you, Chidima. I see you guys. All right, thank you so much. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about help, my child isn't learning. Many times your child is struggling because you do not understand who you are parenting. Oh yes, thank you. Help me, tell me where you are streaming live from. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're just joining, tell me where you're streaming live from. So our children are struggling, and because we don't understand why they are struggling, then we get frustrated. There was a meme that was shared in our community on Facebook recently, where it was this parent who was demonstrating how they actually teach their children during homework, and a lot of people came on that particular video, and they said, "Oh, that's so mean, that's so mean," and it was something everybody laughed about. Now, many children struggle to learn because their parents do not even understand who they are. And also, because we're not also teaching our children the things that will help them learn. There are many things that will help your child learn. Oh, yes. And we are also, neglecting a whole lot of all that. And these things that will help your child learn are some of the things that we need to teach for learning to actually take place. So I'm going to be sharing with you 3 things that actually hinder learning. Have you ever been in a situation where you are calling out on your child, you're screaming literally, and your child isn't answering you, or you are teaching, you are frustrated, you keep saying, "Oh, I have taught this child this thing, I have been teaching him, but he's not listening"? Is that you? Are you wearing those shoes? Then you are in the right class. All right. So, because there are lots and lots of things that happen with learning that we do not understand, we struggle with our own children because we also do not understand where we should, and what it is that we should be doing. Now, your child isn't learning. There are many reasons why your child could not be learning. But I'm going to share a few with you, and I'm going to share like about 4. Then, of course, as we go, we will keep sharing others. Number 1 is that we are not teaching the skills that aid learning. There are skills that aid learning. I want to share with you a few of those skills. We're not teaching those skills. And provided you don't teach your children those skills that aid learning, your child will find it difficult to learn. Now, this is in a situation whereby that your child isn't struggling, I mean, have a learning disability. That's a medical issue. That's, on another level, right? But I am talking about your child, it doesn't have a learning disability. By the way, learning disability is actually very common down here, even though we also do not pay attention to things like that. But it's something that we will discuss in another session, all right? So we are not teaching skills that aid learning. Number 1 is work ethics. Our children are not learning work ethics. I have looked at the way we were raising our children. Unfortunately, we're more interested in making our children look perfect in quote than teaching them skills. And it is these skills really that the children actually need to be able to become better, to be able to learn, to be able to do what they need to do. Work ethics. We're no longer teaching our children how to actually look at their work and do it the right way that it should be done. No form of work ethics being taught. We're not putting down our foot on so many things. How are things being done in your home? What are the things that are there things that support whatever work that it is that you're doing? Can someone just wake up and say, "Oh, because I am tired, I'm not going to be able to do this, or because I need to finish up my game and all of that"? And we're allowing our children just live that way. Our children are not able to actually gain skills that will help them learn even when they are outside of our home. Number 2, self-worth. Now, it's not the self-worth of the kind of self-worth we're propagating today. When we're telling our children that if you're working, right? If you go to school, then you deserve an award. Let me say this here. Nobody, the world will never award your child because they are special. I remember that conversation. And in our community, there are a lot of parents said, oh, my children are special. So every school they go to must award them. Seriously? And we actually wonder why we're breeding children who are entitled. It's as simple as that. As little as this is, self-worth that stems from accomplishment of a challenging task. We're talking about intrinsic reward. We're not talking about, a promotion. We're not talking about an award. You need to teach your children to learn the self-worth of completing a task. I was saying something in the inner circle recently when we were teaching parents, and I was trying to differentiate between praising the process and praising the result. So what we want to see, it's all about the result. It is because we are focused on the result instead of the process. That's why we go as far as going to pay for our children to write WAEC. And don't tell me that it's just the parents in this generation, because I have proofs for you that it happened in my own generation as well. So our parents did the same thing as well. So we're just having a ripple effect of whatever it is that have been laid as a foundation. And if we're going to make any difference in this generation, then we need to stand up to do it differently. Except we are not, David, I was saying something when we did the sex educate your child like a pro. If you were in that class, I was saying that Africa needs giants. When we come on social media and say, oh, the white people, oh, the way they are trained and all of that, we do not have the capacity for those kind of arguments. I tell you why. Because the way we are going, we need saviors. Many of those countries you want to compare yourself with do not need saviors. We are the ones that need saviors. Who are the ones that are going to save Africa? We need to raise saviors. That's the question you want to ask yourself. What exactly am I doing? How am I building through the process instead of just, telling my children that, all you need to do is to pass. All you need to do is, you've written WAEC, you must pass your WAEC, and you go as far as trying to pay for the result. If you do not teach your child the ability to actually groom self-worth that is coming from the accomplishment of challenges. Have you ever been through a challenge and you go through it? It's the process that speaks to you, not the result, really. It's the process. So we're talking about the process, teaching your children how to actually look at, intrinsic rewards, not just the reward that is out there, not the promotion, not the awards that they are given. Another thing that you need to look at when it comes to teaching skills, we're talking about study skills. Many of our children lack study skills. Many of our children do not even know how to study. So it's difficult for them to even learn on their own. Someone was asking me recently, I can't remember the last time I sat down, to come and go through and teach my children how they need to, study and all of that. If you teach the skill, you will not struggle. I've said this over and again. That instead of us concentrating on how we're going to beat a child who makes mistake, can we start concentrating on how we can build skills to help a child not to make those mistakes? Is that possible? If we think discipline from the angle of training, then I don't think we will have issues with what it is that we're teaching about parenting. So if you're thinking, all right, okay, how do I help my child? My son came in the other day and showed me his CA test and said, oh, I scored 10 over 10 in all the TS tests. And while I was studying and, he was, having a conversation with me and all of that. I don't know what is written in that book. You have a 10-year-old, your 10-year-old can't study on their own? Come on. And you're still struggling with homework? You're still working every time. You say, I need to help my 9-year-old. I need to help my 10-year-old. You're 11-year-old. They've not been able to learn how to study on their own, how are they going to survive the world outside of you? You need to teach them how they can study on their own. Very important. What are those things that helps a child learn study skills? What are even these study skills we're talking about? We're talking about self-discipline. You need to teach your child how to, on their own, know that they need to study for an exam. I don't get it. When people say, oh, my children are writing exams, so your life stops. I'm talking about children who are old enough. Please. All right? Talking about if you have an 8-year-old, 9-year-old, then you should have taught them study skills. Self-discipline teaches your child that I have an exam and I need to wake up to actually do these things myself. So when I talk about anytime that we talk about parenting, I wish that parents would begin to focus, put their energy on the training of their child instead of on the discipline. In quotes, because training is first discipline, actually, because it's just our definition of discipline that is truly the problem. So people come and ask you, what is it that you are, how do you, are you going to always be there? You will get weary on this journey if you do not teach your children skills. You will get weary on parenting journey. You think it's easy? No way. No human being is created to carry another human being for so long. Wake up and smell the coffin. There's a point you get to. You get tired. You get frustrated. That's why the only thing you do is to well the cane, because that's the only thing you understand. You do not understand that a child will need to learn to be on their own. So we're constantly trying to do things for our children. Constantly. Instead of us to sit back and ask ourselves, what skill do I need to teach my child in the now that's going to help my child in the tomorrow? So you need to understand that personal skill, personal discipline is key. Don't worry yourself. Your children have the contributions to make on your journey in parenting. However, you are the one that will teach your children what contributions that they need to make on your journey. Do not make your children become people who sap energy from the family and gives nothing. Gives absolutely nothing, because you're raising children and then your children write exams, you're jumping up and down. Oh, they need to study, you're jumping up and down. Oh, they must be first, they must be second. Come on. You need to understand that time management is another key thing when it comes to teaching your children study skills. Someone was asking me, I remember that I shared on the community that the twins actually make their food in the morning and that they are able to actually, get to school early. They are the first people that arrive at their school every day. It's called time management. And someone asked me, do your children play at all? Is there space for them to play? I don't think any other child plays more than my children do. Because they play, they immerse themselves in play. They get to sleep. Anyway, maybe unlike many other parents, we do not do the extracurricular activities. I mean, lessons where children will need to come back from school. One lesson teacher will come from another one will keep coming. Maybe that's why it's a bit, maybe that's why it's a bit easy for me to actually share from this. But time management. Have you taught your children how to scale their time? A friend of mine walked into my house while the children were alone, and the children, she asked the children, "Oh, you guys are sleeping now?" She said, "Yes, we have a time for sleeping. We're going to wake up, and we're going to put up." They created this timing themselves. We just have been able to lay the foundation over the years. I don't call them now and say, "Oh, you need to session your time in this way, and you need to." It is learning. They have learned it. I don't know what is inside the book that my children are studying in school. I don't know what is inside. I'm not I'm not exaggerating in any form. I don't know what is inside. When they study, they come back to me and they say, oh, this is what we're studying and this is what is happening. They talk about it. I don't go opening their book and say, oh, sit down. I need to teach you from this concept to this concept. If they don't understand it, that's a different ball game. But I need to hassle myself for a child, that is 10, 11 to learn. Come on. Time management is a thing. It's a big deal. Unfortunately, many parents who are even parenting their children cannot manage their own time. That's where the problem is. I keep saying that before you parent anybody at all, you need to first parent yourself. You can't give what you don't have. Which is why when I say, oh, you need to actually come and run a program and learn how to parent. You can't give what you don't have. I was a sucker at time management when I started my journey. I knew that it was an error. I needed to unlearn it. I had to. It's a lot of sacrifice, but I had to do it. Very important. Another thing that you need to also understand about study skills is goal setting. Teach your children how to set goals. Let the children also understand that they have a role to play. Teach them how to set goals. Put it together. Teach them what they need to do. Teach them what they need to do. You must reparent yourself before you parent another person. Very important. All right. It's someone I can't see. I hope the people on Facebook can still hear me. I can't see comments coming from Facebook. Please, if you're there, let me know that you are there. Another skill that you will need to teach your children is sacrifice. Sacrifice. Unfortunately, in these days, we're giving our children no, they can't sacrifice anything. The fact that your favorite TV program is playing and you're not watching, you're trying to put your clothes together is sacrifice. Your children need to learn it. Your children need to learn it. Someone write in the comment section for me, sacrifice. Sacrifice is a big deal. Your children need to learn that they do not need to finish that game they are playing before they go and do the other thing that is so important to them. They need to learn to sacrifice things for the other. Excellence thrives on sacrifice. Excellence thrives on sacrifice. It's unfortunate that some of these things, that we're just looking at them like, they're children. Your children will need to sacrifice from day one. From day one, from the word go. Unfortunately, what we think is that how we need to raise our children is that we need to start flogging them from day one. No, you need to teach them these basic skills from day one and watch yourself not struggle. We were teaching the parents. We're teaching the parents in the inner circle. We're having our session. And in that session, we're teaching honor as a skill. Do you know that to honor people is a skill you need to teach your children? That story for another day. Sorry, if you're not in the inner circle, you're not entitled to this one. All right. So, sacrifice, you need to teach them to pay their dues. Let your children learn to pay their dues. Let them learn to pay. Let them learn to sacrifice something for something. There's no one who actually just wakes up and because you're gifted, then you produce fruits. No way. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. That only happens if you are actually, doing something. Does a seed grow because you have it? No matter how beautiful a seed is, no matter how beautiful a seed is, if you do not plant it, it never germinates. It never germinates. You need to get it. You need to get it. And you need to not just get it, you need to teach your children. You need to teach your children. That's how to learn. Another skill that your child will need to learn is decision-making and problem-solving skills. Children who lack decision-making skills struggle to learn. I tell you why. People come out and say, oh, they've done everything. Oh, we have raised the child. We've raised them in the words of the Lord. See, the child went astray. What did you teach that child? So, the conversation of the girl who killed, someone that had been going on in Nigeria currently. And, people have been saying, oh, the child, made choices. Was she taught how to make choices? Do you know that how to make choices is a skill? How to make choices is a skill. So if you do not teach your child how to make choice, good or bad, they will do nonsense out there. It doesn't matter whatever it is that you've done. So decision-making skill is its ability to weigh pros and cons. If I do this, what is the pro? If I do this, what is the con? You need to teach your children how to do that. What is going to happen to me? You need to teach them how to predict outcome is a skill. Ability to predict outcome is a skill. If your child can look at this thing, because we parent in the way we are parenting, we're shutting down our children's ability to make choices. Now, even when they are able to make those wrong choices that gives us ability to correct, to change, to help, we end up making a mess because we do not give them room to learn. Until you learn that your child is going to make choices, then you're going to continue to be in this bubble that tells you that, oh, the child that will be bad will be bad. Who told you so? When you plant a tree and you do not weed it, the weeds will envelop that tree and it will be a mess. There is a role for you to play. Ability for the child to make choices is a skill. Ability for a child to look at an issue and say, what is the disadvantage? What is the advantage? Things as simple as allowing your children wear clothes, choose clothes, can be where you will start those skills from. I do not want to wear yellow. You say, who are you? Will you drop it? What do you know? Will you wear this one? No ability. You're killing that part. So even when they get to a point where they can make choices, people can still tell them the choices to make. You need to learn to teach your children how to predict outcome of possible choices. If I make this choice today, what would be the outcome? How to break, break issues. See what is most important per time. What is most important per time? This thing that I'm doing, is it important? My daughter told me recently that as soon as it's 6 o'clock, I know that you guys are going to be home at any moment. So I have learned that once it's 5:30, we need to start to prepare dinner. Choices. They can choose to watch TV at that point. I'm not there. Choices. When I tell parents, oh, let's reduce the screen time for your children, they say, oh, they are learning a lot. Where is the place of sacrifice for your child? Where is the place? How would they learn sacrifice? We move to the next one. Responsibility. Responsibility. Someone say, I'm guilty of this. Sorry, we didn't mean to make you guilty. We're just trying to learn. Responsibility. Unfortunately, we are in the place where we cannot, even give responsibility. Responsibility is conscience driven. It is conscience driven. And you need to give your children age appropriate responsibility per time. People have said to me, oh, your children, oh, they do a lot. Then any child you do not give appropriate responsibility per time, you will make them irresponsible. There's no other way. When the Bible says that the heart of a child, that foolishness in it, It is these skills he's talking about. He's not talking about you bringing a rod. Why didn't you go cut a rod from a place where they are bending rod? Why don't you go to the iron bender if that is really the rod? This rod we are talking about are these things. Your child does nothing at home, yet you are wielding the cane like your life is dependent on it. I say 13-year-olds, no responsibility at all. Responsibility. We make choices because it's the right thing to do. For instance, dishes must be washed in order for it to be ready for the next meal. Responsibility. You need to make dinner on time before your parents get in. Responsibility. The truth of the matter is that if you do not build these skills, we're building children who can keep jobs. We're building children who can keep jobs. So, for instance, punctuality, that you are able to actually get to a job and, get there and do what you're supposed to do. It, thrives on the this of, being able to actually keep your job. Now, even if you choose that while all of that is going on, that you want to watch a movie. I used to work in the bank, and there were times when 24 was raining. I watched 24. Sometimes I watched till 3 a.m., 4 p.m. I wasn't married. But I didn't have a choice. I resumed that work before the time. It doesn't matter what I chose to do. Responsibility. Early in life, you need to teach your children orchestrating role responsibility plays, how the role responsibility plays in our lives. And we need to realistically learn the outcomes when responsibilities are not met. It's if children do not learn cause and effect, all right? If children do not live up to their responsibility and natural consequences are not enforced, you are creating children who will become irresponsible. It's not a cause, it is the truth. It's not a cause, it is the truth. And if you do not do this, then it backfires. The next thing that you must teach your children is coping with disappointments. If you want, go and tell the school where your children are that, they must award your child because your child is special according to you. You are helping the child not understand how the world really works. Our greatest lesson in life usually stems from the lessons, of falling flat on our faces. Through disappointment or failure. I remember when our daughter was the governor in the school. They run political offices in their school, and she was the governor of the school. After that first year, she felt like a star. Like, if I vie for any other, leadership position in school, I am going to win. The good thing was we prepare, we learn failure as a skill. There are lessons in failure you need to teach your children. If you don't learn it, they will actually struggle. You see all this suicide, all this, the child now became suicidal, this one happened to the child. It is all about, it is because we are not teaching our children how to cope with disappointment. So I remember one of those days. So, let me finish my story. And then she vied for the next office and she failed woefully. I was glad that she failed. It was a good time to learn how to deal with failure. And she dealt with it awesomely because we have prepared her on the skills that needs. And there are skills, you need skills in failure. That failure, for your child to learn how to be disappointed, rise up and continue is a skill. It's not chance. It's not chance. So your children need to be disappointed. Allow them take up responsibilities. Allow them cope with disappointments. One of those days, our son forgot his project at home and, had called me and said, if I have not gone to work, I should please quickly drive to the school and drop it. I said, why? Why? There are consequences for every choices that we make. Yes, it was not intentional, but hey, I wasn't go and rescue you at all times. We're constantly looking for how we want to, rescue our children. How do we want to help them become who they need to become? Our children need to learn how to cope with disappointment. What does disappointment do? What are the skills in failure? We create teams in the inner circle every month. Part of what we do in the inner circle is that at the beginning of every month, you create the theme of the month for your family and you walk through the theme of the month and break it down. Many of the times, failure have been a theme of the month for us. And in that time, we are, going to get into whatever it is that we are doing and looking at the theme and then breaking it down for children to learn. What are the skills? Perseverance, resilience. Being able to cope with disappointment teaches your children that they are not right always, all the time. And when people reach out to me and say, how do you cope with people telling you on the group, trying to say what you said, arguing and all of that, and how is it that they don't get under your skin? I have learned that I don't need to prove anything at every point in time. And even though I might get disappointed if someone does think something, but hey, I don't need to, make it look as if my word is ending. It is a skill. It is not learned by just watching. It is not learned by just letting your children grow. And you people say, the child that will be good will be good. Who told you so? Who told you so? The person that told you that lied to you. The same way people said to you that, you're not supposed to learn parenting. You don't learn it. Once you give birth, you just become a parent. They lied to you. If you haven't found out that they lied to you, I found out very long time ago that I was lied to. And I needed to step up my game. Right? So we need to our children need to learn that they can't always be right and the things that is happening to them. Can I still be heard? If you can still please hear me, please let me know if you can hear me. All right? Please let me know if you can hear me. If you're here and you can hear me, please do let me know. YouTube, okay, I can see the people on Facebook. Yes, someone is asking how they can join the inner circle. You can register for the inner circle now for 2022. You can. Registration is on. You can book your slot and begin to. Well, all right, awesome. YouTube family, see you guys. Thank you. You can book your slot and join us for 2022. We get to a point where we're going to tell you the slots are all gone, and it's not going to be our fault. All right. So you need to understand when you're teaching your children coping with disappointment, you need to teach your children to separate their identities from the task itself. We have been able to teach our children that when things go wrong, sometimes our daughter, will cook something and then the food is not nice. And then, she's visibly disappointed. Like, I thought I was going to make something, as she said, something really nice and all of that. We have taught them to be able to separate who they are. That you fail at a task doesn't mean that you have failed as a person. So if you fail at a task, your children need to learn. You need to first of all portray that. Interestingly, you need to first of all portray that. And that's the only way that your child can actually learn. Because we are models. We are models to whatever it is that our children have currently. Right? So this is very important. Now, another reason why your child isn't learning is parental issues. You have a problem. It is you. You can't teach your child because it was done to me the same way. Was it not done to me? Is it not how our parents taught us? Is it not what it is? It's a parent problem. And until we begin to look at and review where we're coming from, where we're going, will be very, bleak. We need to actually look at it again and ask ourselves tough questions. Where do I want my child in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever time? You need to ask yourself those questions. You need to actually look at your child. Am I using the wrong disciplinary measures? Am I using the wrong discipline measures? Now, when I talk about the wrong discipline measures, there are discipline measures that shut down the thinking capacity of your child. There's no two ways about it. Your child will cease to think. And many of the discipline measures we use shuts down that capacity. It shuts down that capacity. All right? You need to actually look at, how am I parenting? How is my journey? So many children know what to say, but they can't say it. Yesterday, we were having a review session in the inner circle, and a parent was sharing about her journey. She said, I was very, smart, but I was battered. I was battered. And she said, while all of that was happening to me, when they asked me questions in school, my self-esteem is, I will know it. I was smart. But because I have been beaten, battered, messed up, so the kind of words I heard growing up, and she said in the last 2 years that I've been in the inner circle, it's been like a review of what it is that has happened to me in my upbringing. I have seen how I have turned around 360 degrees. 360 degrees. And she was sharing how, teaching empathy. A lot of the time we think that the way we need to teach empathy to our children is that we need to take them to mothers' home to see the people that are suffering. Duh. That's the I don't even understand the way we even think about some of these things. That's you teaching your children that it's only the people they are better than that they need to have empathy on. I don't know how to describe it, because we have a session in the inner circle that actually breaks this down. And it can be a thing. It can be one of the reasons why your child cannot learn. Another reason why your child cannot learn, I've said, is bad self-esteem. Your child's self-esteem is in a mess. The child do not know what it is that they need to learn. They are confused and all of that. Because of your parenting style, you do not know exactly what you should do by time. So that is affecting your child. And then I'm going to give you the bonus point why your child isn't learning. Another reason your child isn't learning is that you do not understand how your child learns. There's something called understanding your child's learning style. I'm going to break it down in simple ways with a story. When I had the twins, our daughter started reading so early. Our daughter started reading as early as 4, 5. By the time they were graduating from nursery, she read the valedictory speech in her class. She was the only person who could read. It was the same thing we were doing for our daughter. Remember, they are twins, they're in the same home. So when people say, oh, you raise these children the same way, this one decided to be like this one decided to fail. Oh, it's not sometimes it's not the parent's fault. The parent did not do, it's because you do not know what to do. There's no other thing. I struggled. Our daughter could read fluently. Grade 1, grade where bookies in my house. We read a lot. We buy books a lot. I was buying books, was not reading. I was wondering, what's the problem? I'm doing everything. Later now, I am doing everything. Everything I need to do. I am putting it down. Sorry, I can see so many questions. I'm going to answer them as soon as I'm done. I'm doing everything. Why am I struggling? Why is it that my son can't read? Mind you, he's smart. Very smart. So in school, he would do those mathematics very well. Pass his exams, but couldn't read. I started to go deeper into studies. And I realized that my son had a different kind of learning style. And I have been teaching him with my own learning style. I didn't even understand my own learning style. I remember the first time we ran the course, Understanding Your Child's Learning Style. Many parents came to me and said to me, it was not for my children. That course was for me. I didn't understand my own learning style. It was for me. It was for me. And, until you understand how you even learn, how do you even teach the next person? I got to understand that my child was a kinesthetic learner. The kind of books that my daughter reads is never the kind of books that will resonate with him. The way my daughter learns was never going to be the way he learns. Our daughter is an auditory learner. And because she was an auditory learner, she could hear everything. Our son couldn't. Words bored him easily. And I didn't know. I was struggling and I was fighting. When I got this simple knowledge is the light that you need. Knowledge is not cane. You see that your cane, it's not going to help you anywhere. What you need on this journey is knowledge. The more knowledgeable you are, the more you are able to. The Bible said it all. It said the entrance of the word gives light. Light. And the moment you access that light, everything takes shape. So knowledge is a deal breaker. You need to understand. Immediately I got to know how my child was learning. My story turned around. This same son I shared with you now reads books in the toilet and I'm fighting with him. Why are you reading? Why are you still in the toilet? Can you come out? It's okay. Now we're fighting. Why are you reading? Why must I buy 10 books and you guys are reading it in one day? Why? I'm now getting angry that he's reading too much. This same, boy understood how to, maneuver his, reading skills, his literacy, and all of that. Now he does excellently well in literacy. And of course, being a kinesthetic learner, mathematics is his goal. So kinesthetic learners have mathematics at the tips of their finger. He's usually crowned the math king in his school every time. So if you do not understand how I would have been frustrated, till now I would have been struggling with a son who can't read. And I would have been shouting. When it's about time to read, I'll be screaming, what is wrong with you? Your sister can read. They are twins, of course. The possibility for me to compare them will be very high because they are twins. So what would be your excuse? But unfortunately, I didn't know that I was the problem. I didn't understand who I was parenting. I remember that we have a foster daughter who is married. I remember that when we started parenting her, you will give series of instructions. Even those instructions you're giving, you say, my son cannot hear, my son cannot hear. It might just be that you don't understand how your child learns. We'll give series of instructions to her, and when you come back, she doesn't do it. And then I will say, is it that you didn't get the instruction? And then she will say, I heard you, but so at every point in time, at first, when I didn't know what learning styles were, I felt it was deliberate. But here she was, someone who was a dominant visual learner, who couldn't string words in too many, in too much speed. I shared an example already, and I said that my daughter can string words. In fact, she says that she has a note in her head. She can string words if you speak it in lengthy words. She talks. She's a talker as well. So she can stand up on a stage and give a speech. Last time, she was called to do a TEDx talk in school. And she said to me, I just sat down and I formed everything that I said. And I stood there and I said it. Because I've heard you talk about reading and all of that. She gave a TEDx talk on reading. So you need to understand, meanwhile, our son would not be able to. Because auditory learners hear everything and they are able to absorb and keep it. So while I struggled with our foster daughter, I didn't understand that she was a dominant visual learner. So I said a lot of things, lengthy things that were never absorbed until I understood that she was a dominant visual learner. And then we started to put visuals, write it, stick it on the fridge, and my problem ended. So you might actually be yelling and flogging because of lack of knowledge. I've said it over and again. Parents use wrong disciplinary measures because of lack of knowledge. Children misbehave because of lack of knowledge. Either way, there is a knowledge gap. The question is, do you want to learn how to actually understand how your child learns? If you like to learn how to understand how your child learns, let me see you in the comment section. How does my child learn? There are 3 dominant learning styles. Is my child a kinesthetic learner? Is my child an auditory learner? Is my child a visual learner? If you want to understand how your child learns, then just put in the comment section, I want to know how my child learns. Hi, Uncle Ben. I want to know how my child learns. And we're going to send you details of that course that we built last year that have saved parents a lot of headache. Headache. When I mean headache, I mean headache. We created that course some 2 years ago. And in that course, it's called Understanding Your Child's Learning Style. In that course, I was able to break it down, how your child learns, the things that your child is learning, and who your child is, as in their learning, comprehension, the stages, and what it is that you can do with them. How does your child learn? So this course usually launches for 20,000 naira, but we're opening it up this time just before the conference. We'll open it up for a 50% discount. So you get to pay 10,000 naira between now and the time that this course is, premiering. I think my team, I wanted to be sure. That's on the 16th of July. But if you make payment between now and Saturday, then you get the 50% discount. The whole 50% discount for this particular course. I tell you, if you go through this course and nothing changes in how you teach your children, how they learn, then come back to the academy. It's one of those courses that we know that we have. The first time we did this course, we had 100% review testimonial, 100%, and we had over 500 people the first time this course was launched. It was launched after I launched my book, The Discipline That Works. In fact, in the Discipline That Works, there's a section that talks about learning style, how to understand your child learning style and how to discipline. Do you know that even the discipline that works will work on the premise of the learning style of your child? If you do not understand how your child learns, then you will not be able to discipline your child. Do you know that learning style is a determining factor to be able to discipline appropriately? We can't discipline, our son the same way we discipline our daughter. It's not possible. How? If you do it, you will fail. My friend said to me one of those days, he said, "Mommy, too much talk. The talk is just too long. You can keep our daughter and talk to her forever. It's okay. You keep a kinesthetic child and talk, it shuts you down completely. Completely shuts you down." So even whatever, thank you so much, Gold Amadi. Gold took this course and she knew peace. That's the word. Gold is sharing on YouTube. Gold took this course 2 years ago and she knew peace. I was having serious issue teaching my kinesthetic learner son. If you do not understand how your child learns, you will struggle with teaching them. So if you are interested in being part of that class, just say, "I want to know how my child learns," and then we will give you all of the details that you need to make payment to be part of that class. We're not going to be pushing this class, a lot like we push many of other classes so that you see it and all of that. We'll have a conference to run. Over 20 parents have reached out to me to ask me when this course will air this year. We were not going to actually put it out there because our curriculum is very tight. And we didn't, put the learning style, understanding your child's learning style, because we had a lot of other new courses that were coming up. But, when I looked at it, I just thought, okay, we can fix it in just before the conference, premieres. By the way, the conference is free. All right, the conference is free. We're bringing you 30 coaches confirmed. The US, the UK, name it, anywhere you want to think about, Australia, in the world. We're bringing you those coaches. We're going to share details for you to register. But if you want to learn how your child learns, you want to know how your child learns, just put it in that comment section. It is a struggle. I know it's a real struggle, and it's one of the reasons why parents are constantly wielding the cane. So one of the things I have found is that I look at those issues that actually help us, begin to understand the issues that we struggle with. That way, we're able to help our children even a lot more better. We're able to help our children learn a lot more better. Someone is asking for my books. Where you get them? You can pay and get my book anywhere you are in Nigeria. If you are outside of Nigeria, in Ghana, you can get a copy, pay and get a copy in Ghana. If you're in Cameroon, you can pay and get a copy in Cameroon, in Douala. If you are outside of these three nations, then you need to buy your copy on Amazon. We have this, Connect to Correct. We have Walking Your Child Through Puberty. These are all the books that I have authored. And we have, this comes with a workbook. And then we have The Discipline That Works. You will not read any of these books and remain the same. Someone chatted me. And then we also have Building Your Marriage Plan. This was written by my husband. He's a marriage coach, so you want to get it. It's also available on Amazon. Someone chatted me, and said, oh, some of these parenting books I've read, they just talk about, oh, don't beat your child, don't do this. I said, no. I know too much, that I understand that there's a lot more to parenting than just, sitting back and just thinking, oh, it's just one of those things. There's a lot to parenting. And when you read any of these books, it is me. The parents in the inner circle said that the book flogs you. It is me with a cane. When you finish reading Connect to Correct, you will see me hovering everywhere in your home, practically. All right. So if you want to know how your child learns, just say, I want to know how my child learns. The cost is 20,000 naira, but you're getting a rebate. You're getting a 50% discount if you pay between now and Monday, right? Yes, between now and Saturday, sorry. And if you put that in, you will get details of how you can enroll for this course. I am sure my team is watching, and they're going to also respond to you on how they can go about this, right? How you can go about your registration, okay? If you're watching me on YouTube, we're going to send details on the community tab link and also put it in the description when we're done with this conversation, right? And we will also share on our Telegram group and every of our platforms for you to be able to actually get in. We're going to share a few, push, here and there, and but we're not going to push it like many of our courses. So if you're hearing this, this is an opportunity, and we're not going to launch this course again this year. It's not coming up again this year. Next year, we're going to look at how we can put it, but it's not coming up again this year. All right. If you have questions, please put them in the comment section as we begin to answer those questions. If you want any of my books, they are all available on Amazon and you will get them. Thank you so much for joining me. Somebody said, how do I know I'm using the wrong discipline method? I would suggest that you get the discipline strategy guide. We have it. We have guides. We have 15 guides in the academy. You want to, you have a guide to be able to build your media plan. You have a guide to be able to build your family value. You have a guide in different aspects of parenting. Now, let me say, parenting is not a joke. Don't kid yourself. You need to actually invest time, resources. You need to invest spiritual, everything, all round, for you to actually get, the result of where you're going to. It's a holistic approach. And we need to actually understand that. All right. So if you want to understand if you're using the wrong discipline method, please, any discipline method that keeps your child, that makes your child, afraid, is a wrong discipline method. Discipline method is not about fear. Discipline means to teach. If your discipline method is not teaching your child, check your discipline method if it is not giving you the desired results is a wrong strategy. Change it. He's only a mad person that does the same thing over and again, and there's no results, and you're still doing it. So if you can see no result, you've been shouting, you've been flogging a child, oh, every day you say don't watch TV. Every day you say don't watch TV. You come home, they are watching TV, you flog them. Every day you're flogging them. Doesn't that tell you something? That there's something wrong with whatever it is that you're teaching? That should tell you something. And that should count for something, really. All right? So you need to actually be able to put all of that down, right? I'm seeing, how can you get my books? You want to learn how my child. And if you want to join us in the Inner Circle, the Inner Circle is our annual program in the academy where we teach parents through the process. I usually say that parenting is not about tips and hacks. Parenting is about the process. And you need to commit to the process and not the tips and the hacks that you get from here. These sessions are good, but they will only give you so much. I tell people that the parents who get real value in our Tuesday class are the parents in the Inner Circle. They get it. They understand a lot of the things when we share. They're able to string it. When I share something that is not fully explained, they're able to understand it because we probably must have done it there. And then it's easier for them to link it. So when I say, oh, your design method is not working, they understand when you say your design method is not working, this is what it means. So I'm going to encourage you to also book a slot in the Inner Circle for 2022. It's an encouragement, right? It's going to change the whole system. A lot of parents, in the Inner Circle, they are right here. Call them the Yarders. Shout out to the Yarders. In fact, whenever we run the TIP annual conference, I tell people that the TIP annual conference is for the parents in the Inner Circle. They are the ones that assimilate it. They are the ones that run with it. They are the ones that get it. Because a lot of the things that are shared there are in tips and in hacks. And if you must make use of these tips and hacks, you must commit to a process. It is a process that makes all the difference, really, right? I'm trying to see if there are more. Conversations. I'm trying to see if there are more questions. If you have questions, let me see your question. All right. How do I get discipline that works and connect to correct? Wherever you are, if you're in Nigeria, all you need to do is to make payment and pick up a copy wherever you are. So discipline that works, connect to correct. If you're just starting your journey, if you're watching me for the first time, what I would recommend for you is that you get discipline that works, connect to correct. It's 3,000 each, 3,000 each. So 6,000 for the two. Walking your child through puberty, Walking your child through puberty is 6,000 with the workbook. The both of them come at 6,000 with the workbook. So you pay and you pick up. I can see that my team already responded to you. All right, Augustine, please also respond to the parents who want to learn how, who want to be part of the learning style course. Please respond to them, give them details for payment, and so that they will be part of it. I don't think we can see any more questions. Our time is first spent is 1 hour on Tuesday TIP. By the way, Tuesday lives might be taking a new shape. Maybe might not be streaming live on Facebook community, maybe soon. We're remodeling, we're looking at things, differently and all of that. And we will be getting back to you when we do, all right? Amara Doris says, how do I pay for the course? Okay, if you are on, Augustine, please, can you help me chat the details, the account details right on the WhatsApp chat, so that way we'll be able to send account details and how they can make payment for the course, so that we can put it up on our YouTube community, please. Please, if you can hear me, let that be done now. Thank you so much. Or Precious, any of you, thank you so much. Okay, so, or Joy, or Shira, any of you that is listening to me, any of the team members, it can be anybody. All right, so, and then also put that up on the Facebook, all right, on the Facebook community as well. Also put that up all right, respond to all the people that said that they wanted to be part of the course. All right, thank you so much. All right, so if you're watching us on YouTube, we have tried to put this, on the stream. So if you want to pay for the course, please, all you need to do is take a look at these conversations. Let me put it in the banner. Let me try to put this in the banner so that this will help us a lot. So that way we'll be able to see what we need to do, right? If you want to pay for that course, all you need to do is please just help us. Augustine, I see you. Just help us respond to the people on Facebook. All right. So if you are watching on YouTube, you will see it on the screen how you can make payments. All right. How you can make payments and who you will charge to confirm payment and all of that. Okay. You can also register using a link. Okay. Let me also share that link. I'm going to share that link right in the comment. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today. All right. I can't see any more questions. All right. So if you're using link, you will see the link also. You will see the link is our Stellar link. You see how you can make payment. You can make payment anywhere you are in the world, right? Payments takes straight paper, whatever it is that you're paying with. Okay. All right. I don't think there's any other comment. I think my daughter is a kinesthetic learner. It's good listening to you. Thank you. How do I access Connect? I want Connect, Correct, and Discipline. That was Jen. No rebate on the book. So that's the price of the book, right? How do I join the inner circle? Okay, you will get all the details, how to join the inner circle, whatever it is that you want to do. Where do I send proof of payment? Please just send proof of payment to us on the number on the screen. All right. Yes, Augustine, you can share, please. On the number on the screen, right? Once you see that number on the screen, you will see the number, send it on WhatsApp as soon as you are done making payment. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I don't think, how do I book for Inner Circle? Jenny Momo, send a chat to the number on the screen. Send a chat to the number on the screen. That will help you book for Inner Circle. We'll send you details of how you can book for Inner Circle program, right? How you can book for Inner Circle program. Send a chat on WhatsApp. Let me send that here. Send a chat on WhatsApp. All right? Send a chat on WhatsApp. 7708. Right? Send a chat on WhatsApp, and we would give you all the details that you require. Okay? All right. Thank you, Augustine. I see you. Okay. All right. So send a chat to us, and every detail that you need about the Inner Circle will be given to you. If you make payment, send a chat to either me or my team. Any of there are two numbers that you can chat, either this or the one that we shared right in the comment as well. Either of them. Please just send us the details, and then we would help you. Just look on the screen, the number on the screen, or you can put the number that you can also see in the comment section. Are we good? Do we have more questions? If we do have more questions, please ask so that we will begin to round off. If you have more questions, I think people are just coming and joining in, and I can see comments from people who just joined us after the conversation. All right? After the conversation. Meanwhile, if you're a single mom watching me, you're a single mother, you're a single parent, not mother, watching me, just say yes. If you say yes, the first person who says yes should send me a chat. Let me see the comment. Let me see who says yes first. I have a slot for a free course for you, and I'm going to give it to you free. The course is worth 20,000 naira, but the academy is giving out a slot, and I want to give it to the first single parent who's watching me. Since you stayed to the end of this session, yes? Let me see. I'm waiting for the yes. If you say yes, the first person who says yes gets that gift. The first person who says yes gets that gift. If you're a single parent, the screen is not clear. Oh, Zoe, okay, if the screen is not clear, please can you check the comments? Scroll up a bit and you see the comments. All right. You can also see the comment here. All right. I can't see the yes. I can't see a yes yet. I can't see a yes yet. I can't see any yes yet. Ah, okay. That means we did not have any single parent watching today. We'll try again next time. All right. So we wanted to send the single parent to a single parenting academy run by a partner of ours, and we didn't get to see any today. So we try again and also announce. Thank you so much for watching me today. Thank you so much for joining us. We are live every Tuesday at 2 p.m. We don't miss it. We're here. How do I teach my son, 8 years old son, failure skills in his academics? You need to first of all understand, not just failure skills, right? You need to first of all understand where your child is at the moment, right? Start by giving small responsibilities, right? And I might also need more information on this. You can send me a chat, and that will help me to have more information. All right? Okay, everybody. Have an amazing, amazing afternoon. And I'm sure and I hope that you enjoyed this session. If you're on YouTube and you got value from this session, hit the like button. Hit that like button right away. And if you're on Facebook and you got value for this session, please send us the fire emoji. You can also send us the fire emoji on YouTube. Please hit the like button, hit the like button, hit that like button. Remember to share with parents, all over the world. This information is relevant to them. All right. Amaradori, send us a chat if you are asking us how you can join the inner circle and how you can get the books. Simply send us a chat on 08034377085. The number is right on our screen and it's also in the comment section. All right. So just send us a chat and we will give you all the details. Hit the like button, send us some fire emojis to show us that you really got value from this session. Was this session valuable for you? Did we waste your time? Oh wow. See the fire emojis in our Facebook community. All right. Please, my daughter of 6 years old likes mathematics but don't know how to read yet. Yes, Enojo, it's probably that you're dealing with a kinesthetic, learner. I would, advise that you get into the how to understanding my child's learning style. Please get into that course and it will help you. All right. I hope that helps you. Okay. All right. I can see all of the fire emojis right here. I see you. I see you, Faith Odili. I see you, Gift. I see you, Precious. Thank you so much to my team as well, working at the background, making sure that Tuesday lives are usually live. And Tuesday live is not really free. Let me tell you the truth. I remember one of the days, it's just that the academy pays for you to actually be here. Streaming live is not free. I remember one of the days that I was, we had so much back to back. And I said to my team members, okay, maybe what we do is we're just going to leave, Tuesday live and, just go on. They were like, no, ma, we cannot, put that off. We can redo Tuesday live, or it's never going to go off. Tuesday live is going to be every time, Tuesday live going to be always be there and all of that. So like for me, I might have abandoned you people on this Tuesday live, trust me. But hey, shout out to my team who holds it together even when, it's difficult to actually hold it together. Shout out to you guys. You guys have done amazing. We do not take it. The academy do not take it for granted. Thank you for all you do. And thank you for all you do for parents. I'm sure the parents are also grateful that you do all of this, because like for me alone, it's a huge tax to be able to do all by myself. I'm sure that I will not be able to do it all by myself. Thank you so much for those fire emojis. I love all of you. Thank you so much, Umolola. I see you guys, Yagas. You guys are awesome. Awesome. Completely, completely. All right. See you yarders in the yard. And then for all the people that are not in the inner circle, see you on Tuesday. All right. I like to do that. Yes, I like to torment my audience with the inner circle. I'm sure Clara is going to soon remove my head because Clara has already booked to be in the inner circle in 2022. If you've booked, be patient. Don't worry. You're going to also enjoy the source in the inner circle soon. Have a good evening and bye and enjoy all of it. Thank you so much and bye.